So like, all right, let's go. I want to talk about before you went into the ecstasy business, you were huge in the stock market. You were making millions of dollars, buying and selling and executing stock options. What is a stock option compared to these bets on companies like GameStop failing? When they bet on a company failing like this, and how does it work?
Okay, so let me just say that what I'm about to say, I need to do a disclaimer now because there's laws against giving investment advice. So this is just going to be educational information I'm going to give based on my experience in the stock market from age 14. So I have 10, 20, 36, 37 years experience in the stock market. I was trading options in my late teens. And in my 20s, I was a licensed stockbroker. I was had the options license, and I had a branch manager license in the 1990s. This was in Arizona, working as a stockbroker. So they're my qualifications. So the stock market is an absolute minefield. And people who go in who don't have a clue what they're doing will just get their legs blown off very quickly. 90 something percent of new investors just get completely bled dry. So stay away from it if you do not know what you are doing. Stocks, you buy, let's say, Tesla, and it goes up 10%, and you sell Tesla and you make 10% profit. Let's say you buy Tesla, it goes down 10%, and you sell Tesla and you lose 10% of your capital. Now, with options, if Tesla goes up 10% and you own a call option, it might go up 100% or 200%, depending upon how geared that call option is. If Tesla goes down 10%, you may lose 100% of your investment, depending upon how geared that call option is. Flip that over now to put options. Put options are when you're betting it's going to go down. Tesla goes down 10%, your put option may go up 100%. Tesla goes down 10%. Tesla goes up 10%. Your put option may be completely wiped out. You may lose 100%. So the easiest way to think of options is as geared investments. When an underlying security moves a fraction of a percent, an option is going to swing wildly depending upon various factors, which include the exercise price, the exercise date, the volatility of the underlying security, and so on and so on. Now, if you want to capitalize on the demise of a company and the fall of its stock price, there are two ways to do it. You either buy put options or you sell it short. So the short sellers on GameStop, for example.
Wait, what is the difference between selling it short or buying a put option?
So put options are called derivative securities. And with a put option, you can make a very small investment, and it's geared so tremendously that your capital can go up hundreds of percent very quickly, or you can be wiped out very quickly. Now, selling short has got nothing to do with derivative securities. To sell short, you have to pony up the full capital to collateralize that trade. I'll give you an example. Say you're a short seller on GameStop at $5 and you want to sell short 10,000 shares. 10,000 times 5 is $50,000. Depending upon your relations with your broker, is what determines how much you must put up to collateralize that trade. But back in the 90s, you had to put up at least 50%. So I sell short $50,000 worth of GameStop at $5, and I put up $25,000 as collateral. Now, the people see that GameStop has got a huge amount of short selling on it. And the people think, hey, this is a good opportunity for a short squeeze. Now, what a short squeeze means is they just buy shares because of the large short interest, knowing that if they drive the shares up, the short sellers are going to get a margin call, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy when they buy their shares back to cover their margin call, that it sends it even higher, and even more short sellers are triggered to buy their shares back. Go back to the guy who put 25,000 down. GameStop goes from 5 to 6. So now he's down 10,000. So his collateral has shrunk to 15,000. GameStop goes to 7. Now his collateral has shrunk to 5,000 because he's down 20,000. At some point, he gets a call from his broker saying, you need to send us money if you want to maintain this position. And that's called a minimum margin requirement. It might be a third of the underlying value of the short sale. But whatever it is, it's getting triggered every single time that stock goes up. Now, let's say it goes to 10 and he's down 50 grand and he's got no money left. Do you know what he has to do now? He has to buy the shares back and eat the loss. And when he buys those shares back, what does that do? Sends the shares higher. So a guy who got wiped out at 10, he might buy it back, sends it to 11. And then the guys who are wiped out at 11, they have to buy it back. And they send it to 12. And then those guys, 13, and off it goes to outer space. And that's exactly what you saw with GameStop.
To the moon.
To the moon, Alice.
Oh my God. What was your reaction when you saw this happening?
Okay, so
this is your world, man. This is you used to live in this.
I've seen these things happen so many times, so it was no surprise to me. But what it is symptomatic of is an overheating market. So we saw the Corona crash, then we saw the Feds just put in the monetary methadone, and that as lower interest rates has just sent everything skyrocketing. And then there's a saying in the stock market, when your barber starts recommending an investment, it's time to get the hell out, because that means there's no more suckers left to put their money in. And that's what we've got, the froth. We're at the froth level right now.